Friends, welcome back. My first topic is my English learning journey. Let's start it. Hello, my name is Jenny and I am a student studying English literature. I would like to share my story about my time in London and how I improved my English with the help of an amazing teacher. You can follow my journey and learn English alongside with me. It all began on a beautiful summer day. I was on a train traveling to my destination. Two women were sitting across from me, speaking in English. At that time, I was still a beginner of English and didn't understand much. I had been studying the language, but my vocabulary was limited. Despite this, I decided to strike up a conversation with them. I used simple English phrases, and to my delight, they understood me. The small success made me feel proud and motivated. I told them I wanted to learn English, and they shared that they were from England returning home after a conference. Our conversation lasted about 10 minutes before I had to get off at my stop. Before parting ways, they gave me their contact information and invited me to visit them in England. This encounter left a lasting impression on me. After that day, I dedicated myself to improve my English. I translated text, watched English movies, and practiced daily. Within 6 months, my English had improved significantly. However, I wanted to take my skills to the next level, so I decided to move to London to study the language more intensively. In London, I enrolled in a language school. My first class was on a Monday. I met my teacher, a kind and humble young woman, and my fellow classmates. We introduced ourselves and the lesson began. Our teacher asked us about our general knowledge of English and explained her teaching methods. She told us that her approach was simple yet effective. Instead of relying on textbooks, we would use English in our daily lives. This method resonated with me because I had always found textbooks confusing. Our teacher emphasized that language is a tool for communication and the best way to learn it is by using it to express ideas and connect with others. She explained that many students focus on memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules but fail to practice speaking. While learning words and grammar is important, the key is to use them regularly. This approach made sense to me and I'm excited to share it with you. During the class, we discussed our hobbies and interests, practicing speaking in pairs and with teachers. I enjoyed the interactive nature of the lessons and felt that this method was truly effective for me. Let's move to our second lesson, which is how I learned vocabulary. The next day, I returned to school, and one of my classmates asked a question that caught my attention. What's the best way to learn new words? Our teacher explained that reading is one of the most effective ways to expand our vocabulary because studies shows that people who read regularly learn new words twice as much faster as that those who don't. She advised us to read for at least 30 minutes every day, choosing material that interests us. Whether it's a fiction, non-fiction, or even comics, the key is to enjoy what you are reading. She also shared tips for maximizing the benefits of reading. If you come across an unfamiliar word, look it up in a dictionary to understand its meaning. This helps you grasp the context and reinforce your memory of the word. Over time, you will naturally remember new words without needing to rewrite them down. Reading also helps you see how words connect in sentences, improve your grammar and sentence structure. This method worked for me, and I quickly noticed my vocabulary growing. After the lesson, I asked my classmates about job opportunities for students. They suggested visiting a job center which offers many part time jobs. I followed their advice and found a position as a waiter at a cafe. The job not only provided income but also gave me more opportunities to practice English. And my third lesson will be the improving pronunciation. On Wednesday, another classmate shared his struggle with pronunciation. He was from South Korea and felt self conscious about speaking because of his accent. Our teacher introduced us to a technique called shadowing, which involves mimicking native speakers. She explained that children learn their first language by copying their parents, and the same principle applies to learning English. By listening to audio or videos and repeating what you hear, you can improve your pronunciation over time. We practiced shadowing in class and I found it incredibly helpful. Our teacher also mentioned that shadowing is useful for preparing presentation or speeches. Spending just 10 minutes practicing before a presentation can make a noticeable difference in your pronunciation. After class, I joined the school's football team where I met students from various countries. It was a great way to make friends and practice English in a relaxed settings. Let's move to our final steps. Chapter 4 includes thinking in English. The next day, a new student named Elizabeth joined our class. She was from Italy and had impressive English skills. When our teacher asked her how she improves, Elizabeth shared her secret: thinking aloud. This technique involves thinking in English and speaking your thoughts out loud. At first, it felt awkward, but over time, it became natural. Elizabeth explained that this method helped her speak more fluently and reduced her reliance on the translating from Italian. Inspired by her story, I decided to try thinking aloud myself. It was challenging at first, but I noticed improvements in my speaking ability. And now, finally, the my last hopes. Final thoughts include that first of all, that my teacher gave us one last piece of advice: to read, listen, think, and speak in English for at least 40 minutes each day. By combining these activities, you can make steady progress in your language learning journey. My time in London has been transformative. I have not only improved my English but also gained confidence in using the language. If you are learning English, I encourage you to try these techniques and find what works best for you. Thanks for watching. Happy learning. Keep supporting. If you have any question answered regarding your learning English, please share in